Welcome back to Sailing with the Jameses. Last week, we left off having finished extending the boat. And this week, we're tackling another major project. This exciting transformation will revolutionize both the boat and the way we live on board. Join us as we extend another thing on board Emma. Hi, we're the James family.
Are you sick of your day-to-day life? Ever thought about doing something different?
Well, we did just that.
We bought an unfinished aluminium catamaran and we're fixing her up as we sail around the world.
Come along for the journey and click subscribe.
Daddy? Mommy? Charlie? James.
Guys, so we're getting started on a project that is very near and dear to my heart. When we get back to the boat, we're going to show you what we're doing. And I've dragged Sam away from some other projects because on the phone, the store said that they shut at 4 p.m. And if we're anywhere near close to 4, the doors are going to be shut. So I've rushed Sam out of the boatyard. And as we came into the channel in the tender, we yeah, what's happened?
We've snapped the Morse cable on the handle, so there's no revs on it. I've been able to put it into gear manually, and I will be able to get it going. I'll just have to hold the choke out manually as we go along. So I'll hold this one up, and it'll be noisy, but we'll head off. We'll still get there, folks. Don't worry about that. Might have made things a little bit harder for ourselves, I think.
So we made it in time, we got what we needed, and now we are on our way back to the yard in a very awkward position. Okay guys, so it's actually the next day, but we are back on the boat, and this is the project that is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, but a little bit of an update on the tender. So basically we didn't snap the Morse cable. The reason it's the next day is because I spent all afternoon playing with it. We've just stretched it, getting a bit old, and there's a pulley in the handle and it loosened and came off the pulley, and that made it too loose in the forward gear. So it just needed to be all put back together and then tightened back up, and she's back going again. Old Faithful still running just fine.
That was another added list to the refit tender outboard, and now it's checked off the list.
Yeah, it took me a bit longer than anticipated, and the sun was going down as I was putting it together. But yeah, she should all be good now. But what we really want to talk to you about is we're not just extending the back of the boat.
No, we did not specify what is getting extended on the boat.
We're also, there's lots of extensions happening. We're also extending our roof. So
all of this is our framework for the roof.
Exactly. So the master plan is We had a few little challenges. It turns out our fire retardant foam is flammable. So when we started welding on here, it started smoking and things, so we had to drop the roof down before we could attach these beams. Now,
actually, to give them a good idea, I can bet this is all up in there.
all the foam.
All the foam up in there.
So essentially, the reason we've used round pipe, I know box section or something might be easier to put a roof on, but we used round pipe because we wanted to extend the roof as far as we possibly could, but right up close to the ropes. So that way we're going to put foam on the top of it, but we'll recess the foam in, so if any ropes rub, they're going to rub on this nice round edge. If we've done everything right though, folks, no ropes should rub at all, but just in case, it'll rub on this. And we've also made the radius going around in line with the main sheet and the boom. So the boom will go around, and that is the radius there. So it's as large as we possibly could go without having to move our main sheet up to the top and make things super strong and super expensive. So this is fairly strong. We've got the two beams up in the close, so they assure me that I'll be able to walk on it. So we'll test that when we go.
These two here will be a walkway straight down the middle.
And we'll just offset the boom slightly. We'll make a mark on the Traveller where it's nice and easy, so the boom will be on one side and we can just walk along and zip it up. The reason the walkway is so small is because we plan to put solar panels on the outside, so this roof won't be walked on apart from the centre. But yeah, our next step is the foam that we picked up today. We're going to glass that and then connect it all up and put it over there. We have some thicker 20mm foam. That was 12mm foam that we got today, and this 20mm foam is just to go on the walking pad here. It's still 80 weight, but it's a lot thicker and there's a lot of strength in the thickness. So yeah, we'll put 300 GSM either side, put it through the center, and yeah, have a nice roof, some shade.
We need to pause and rewind a bit. We've got to catch you up on how we got to this point with the framework. The first step was all about planning and designing. And once we finalized the design, the next task was to remove the back deck roof paneling and clear out the foam from where the supports would be welded. The next step was Robin. You guys will be well acquainted with Robin by now. He's been working with us on our recessed anodes, stern extensions, and now the back deck roof. Okay, so now that you guys are all caught up to where we are with the back deck, one of the things that we had to consider when putting this in is the support poles. So we've put the support pole over here on the side. We're absolutely in love with it. What we've done is we've kicked it a little bit. So it does have a slight bend in it, but it's not visible, so that we are still able to open up the hatches. So as you can see, it does come close, but it doesn't actually hit. So we can open this up as much times, but it won't hit. The other thing, during this refit, we're in and out of that hatch multiple times a day because that's actually our workshop. And this pole has been fantastic getting in and out. We use it for support to get in and use the stairs. So we're really happy with this one here, with the two side ones.
Excuse me, bring this man out.
Did he?
Yeah.
What do you think he wants? The other thing we had to consider with this outer post here was this winch. We were originally thinking here, maybe here, but then when we go up to use this winch here, we've got to take into consideration, if it was here, we would bonk our head all the time. But now we can use it as a really nice support when winching, which is really nice. Yeah.
And if the weather is nice, I actually winch from the outside here. You get a great view of the sail, and you can still do it from the outside. And one of the favorite things about this is when we're steaming along, one of my favorite seats is just sitting on the back here. And if I sit on the back, I can still see where we're going. I can still see over the roof. Absolutely perfect.
And the best thing is for holidays and everything, like Christmas coming up, we still have icicle
decorations. The queen of decorations, guys.
And I've been saving them, not knowing what to do with these icicle like Christmas lights, and now they're all going to be strung along here. I think that's what I'm most excited about, the shade. And then we can put all the decorations like hanging down these poles.
Yeah, it's going to revolutionize our back deck, and then we've got big plans for all the open space in there that we'll have to go through with you guys very, very shortly, so stay tuned.
The other thing that we had to consider with the back deck roof were these two support beams here, straight out the back. So with these two, with the winch being here for the main sheet, we had to consider the radius for the winch to go all the way around where we're winching. Don't want it too close where we're going to hit our knuckles or not be able to winch it at all. The other thing is we still wanted to be able to access the back seats with it not being right in the way. And the other thing that we had to consider is how the boat was made. We've run into one little problem when we were doing this, and it's not even really a problem. We actually wanted the beam a little farther out here, and when we went to go do it, poor Robin was grinding away the paint and everything. It's actually bogged up. When the boat was built, they plug welded it, so it means that they've built it from the outside, this area here. They've cut a small hole in the aluminium, gone in, welded everything from the outside to the inside, then they take bog and they bog it up. We wouldn't have known that it was like that because it's all covered with paint, and so we just had to kick slightly the poles over here, and we're really happy with it. But yeah, we'll just re-put some little bit of bog there and repaint it, and it'll be good as new.
Alright, so what we're looking at here, this is all the foam to go over the aluminium poles for our roof. And what we've done is we've got 4 individual sheets that are 12mm thick, and then we have another sheet that we've cut up that's 20mm thick. Now the reason we've gone thicker in the center here is because this is where we're going to walk to go out and see to our boom, where the other 2 poles are underneath add the extra strength. And then the other pieces will just be to hold solar panels and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to carbocell to glue them together and fill in the gaps around the edges. And then we're going to lay our matting. We'll lay the first one right up the center, which is where the join is, just to give it extra strength there where they're all butted up. Then 2 other ones on the outside, then put our peel ply on top. And we'll let it cure and then flip her over and do the same on the other side. So we're going to lay it all up here on the flat. There is a fair bit of camber to the roof, but because we're only using 12mm on the edges anyway, that's going to have enough flex that it'll flex around the pipes when we're laid up with 300 GSM either side. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's get cracking.
Thank you so much for watching. Join us next week as we lay the fiberglass for the back deck roof and get our new roof onto the boat. A big thanks to our Patreons. Your support helps make these videos possible.